Hey guys, welcome back. So, today I'm going to go over Infiltrated Update 2, essentially. Now, if you remember Major Update 1, that came out very recently, and it just basically overhauled the entire game and fixed it. Well, as of Chapter 2, there was a bit of a... not of Chapter 2. As of Season 2, there was a bug that just basically broke the monster team entirely. So, I've basically redone the monster system and just kind of released Major Update 2. So, I might as well go show you that now. So, if we load into Infiltrated now, I can actually show you the problems. Well, not the problems, but the thing changes. The first thing I should do, though, is I need to set teams to custom, because then I can choose the teams myself. Is custom teams removed? Oh, no, I get it. Teams. Custom, there we go. Alright, so I am currently on Team 1. Good. So Survivors, I will show you what is different with them. Nothing too much, honestly. You will see now, nothing's different. Until this. We have a round start. So I might as well show you the Survivor team and then go into the monsters. So essentially you have 15 seconds until the round starts, and voila, you get this. And I will show you why we have a round start thing now. I will get to that. But as you can see, under my name, I now have a Power Cells remaining objective tracker, and it says, find all 8 Power Cells to power the terminal. So, I'm also going to do a quick little speed run kind of thing here of collecting all the power cells, just while I talk about the survivors. Survivor classes have a bit of increased speeds now as well, just to balance them out a little more, especially considering there are now 5 monsters. That's another thing I need to say. Monster team has increased to 5, so I buffed the survivor movement speed to 1.1, or 1.2, I cannot remember which one. But essentially, survivors are much faster now, so you're going to have a bit of a harder time catching them if you're a slower monster. Also, monster team, when we get to them, are massively different the way they're handled. And you can now actually do team loadouts if you wanted to. Frick, well, there goes my amazing speedrun. I just clashed myself onto a tree. Regardless, let's collect the rest of these power cells. Anyway, the power cells remaining thing. Essentially, this isn't the only objective they have. As soon as you complete this objective, the thing changes to the next one. Also, the map is currently bright because I forgot to set it back to dark. I should probably fix that right now, while I have the chance. Because the map is not dark, because I'm an idiot and didn't fix that. Whatever, I'll fix it in a minute. Regardless, there are 3 power cells remaining, and they are all in this quadrant of the map. So the bottom right of the map has 3 power cells, and this is I always run this way because it's the fastest way to get them all. So there's actually one on the roof. I know a lot of people struggle to find this one. Let's jump up here, grab it. Next one is on the car truck, all the way down there. Got it. That's the one, that's the first power cell I always grab, and the last one is right here. I only just now realized the map is bright. Okay, and now the terminal should lift, because my objective is completed. Yep. Change to open the exit, head for the terminal and open the escape hatch. These markers don't seem to show in the fog, so that's the only problem that I've discovered, but if you're nearby, you'll be able to see it. This is the terminal. It's locked until you get all the power cells. And you just press this button. And my objective has changed to escape the park. Escape through the hatch in the top right corner of the park. And yeah, I just need to run to the hatch, which you can see is just over here through the H marker. We're going to go grab this right now. There's a lot of pumpkins. And escape. Right, so that is what's different with the survivors. They just have objective trackers, and yeah. Let's make the map dark again, real quick. And fog thickness back to 100. There we go. Map is dark again. Okay, now team select. We're gonna go to team 2 and show you what's different with the monsters. Teams are still randomized, but monsters are heavily different in this update. Class selection. During your 15 seconds, monsters get to choose what class they want to be. The portal they run into will immediately teleport them into the map, by the way. And your default class is Despair. So if you don't choose a class, you will be forced as Despair. And as you can see, time's up. I'm teleported into the map. Yeah. As you can see, I am one of the faster monsters that is focused on chasing survivors. Just like making sure you like run them into other. You've got to run them into your teammates with this guy. Anyway, if we end game and go as a monster again, I will show you. That's just what happens if you don't pick a class, by the way. I will show you the new class as well. So, firstly, I just want to go through all of the main classes before we get to the new class over here. So, Infiltrator is the first one. I run in. As you can see, I am now the Impulse monster. I am in my little black box because the game has not currently started. Box disappears. I can now boost myself forward, switch to my shotgun, and shotgun enemies this way. As you can see, of course, we all have llamas as well. This is so that we show up on the map, so that survivors can cleverly evade us, by the way. It's kind of like Dead by Daylight's terror radius, if you think about it. I didn't actually think of that at first. I just gave them a llama to slow the monsters down a little, and to just make them a little scarier. That is literally the only reason they had a llama. But I'm only now thinking, oh yeah, it actually makes them look like they have a terror radius, which is kind of cool. You know, first creation, he's the Boogie Bomb guy. He is, in my opinion, my least favorite monster to play as in this game. Essentially, though, this guy, he is, well, not essentially, not this guy. Basically, all monsters in the game now are all the same spawn location. So all monsters will spawn at the same spot in the map, which I think is actually really helpful. I mean, it was helpful to have, like, Division before, but now for the survivors, you always know where the monsters are going to spawn. You've already seen Despair, so we don't need to cover him already. And if we move into Eclipse now, as you can see, look how slow we are. This is the slowest monster in the game, but he is heavily based on mobility items. And the barrier will disappear. This guy is heavily focused on moving around the map quickly and laying traps. As you see, I get quite a bit of distance from that. And if a survivor were to walk past this, I can just plant my C4s and go bam, 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 bam. And voila, that survivor is dead. So, with Eclipse, I'd recommend he's very useful as a killer if you have, like, good communication skills. Of course, the thing with this is you can change all of your teammates to one class if you want. So if you wanted, all of you could play as the new killer, or if you wanted to, and so on and so forth. Anyway, let's check out the new guy. So, what is the new killer? I guess I can show you. As soon as I spawn in, let's go play as Ghost, the new killer. This guy was originally going to spawn underneath the radar tower, believe it or not. So, this killer is very interesting. First of all, killers also have an objective device saying survivors eliminated. Eliminate all of the survivors, no one escapes death, 0 out of 0. Essentially, that means the more survivors you kill, it'll start to say 1 out of 0, 2 out of 0, etc, etc. Also, why do I have C4s? This character isn't meant to have them. I guess it's a creative bug. Whatever, this character, he had 1 C4, yeah, there we go. So this character, as you can see, he doesn't actually have a llama. Now this is because he's meant to creep around in the shadows and catch people off guard. So if you guys have seen Dead by Daylight's Ghostface, you'll know exactly who this character is, basically, and how he plays. You're meant to sneak around the map and stalk survivors. And the thing is with this guy, since he doesn't have a llama, survivors won't see you coming unless you stick out like a light like I do, because my outfit is like very white and glowy. So unless a survivor is, of course, like looking at you and sees you coming, they're not gonna see you. So you need to be very, very sneaky and just follow them around the map like this, or like this, and try to make as little noise as possible when playing this killer, or this monster, whatever you want to call him. This guy is sneaky as all hell. And he doesn't have a shotgun, which means his only means are attack and melee with your pickaxe, but that's exactly how he's meant to be. If he had a shotgun, he'd be a little bit more powerful. And of course, we don't want a killer that powerful. So this is a pickaxe-reliant monster, but he is very well designed. He has Shadow Bombs, bringing back the original Infiltrated playstyle from before the rework, if you remember. So if you wanted to, and if you didn't want to play stealthy, you could Shadow Bomb around the place like this. And as soon as you find your survivor, bam! And you get him. So this guy's got basically two playstyles depending on which way you want to go. He's basically like a buffed old killer, but with a stealthy twist, essentially. That's what this character is meant to be. Anyway, that is the new monster and everything in Infiltrated Update 2. And I kind of hope you all enjoy. Being tested by Epic today for Feedback Friday as well. But yeah, class selection is the new big feature of this update, as well as a few quality of life features and a new stealth monster. And as I said earlier, if you guys didn't hear it, of course, monsters, there's now 5 of them and only 11 survivors. So yeah, you better be extra careful now, hee hee hee. But yeah, monster team is very, very scary again. Especially now, because if they're plotting something, they know exactly what to do. And they can do a loadout that you might not like. For example, all C4 loadout, like the entire trap loadout, they can all be stealthy guys like this one. Or they can all be the boogie bomb guy. Or you can alternate and have a bunch of fast people who lead them into traps, etc. So yeah, that is the monsters and everything in Update 2. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.